Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Legacy Megazord from Bandai. That's right, it's a new version of that classic Megazord that many of us first fell in love with, done in a really cool new collectible style with some die-cast metal parts. So let's check this thing out. First of all, the Legacy Megazord comes in an enclosed box that has a great image of the Megazord right there on the front. It's got a nice green deco and sports the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo right there at the top. And then flipping it around, you can see on the sides of the box there's some cool things too. Like one side of the box tells you the story of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The other side of the box has a cool little stats guide for the Megazord itself. And then the back of the box shows you all the individual Dinozords and how they fit together to form Megazord. And also shows you that you can complete the TAC Tank mode with this set. Now once you open up the box and pull everything out, you will see that all 5 Dinozords are kind of set in there already, almost forming Megazord, not quite all the way connected. There is also an included sheet of instructions that will help guide you through the process of transforming all of the different Megazord, the Dinozords in there into Megazord. There is also an included sticker sheet that's got some really nice kind of metallic shiny stickers. There's about 27 stickers on there, and it is going to take you a little bit of time to really nicely put those stickers on all of the individual Dinozords, but the instruction sheet will help guide you through the process, and once that's complete, this is what we end up with. The 5 Dinozords for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This, of course, consists of the Pink Ranger's Pterodactyl, the Blue Ranger's Triceratops, the Yellow Ranger's Saber-toothed Tiger, the Black Ranger's Mastodon, and the Red Ranger's Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, when it comes to Power Rangers, the one that I always find myself most attached to is the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because that's the one that was on when I was a bit younger. That's the one that I always relate to. So I do really love getting to see some of these really cool nods and throwbacks to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers still coming out from Bandai to celebrate 20th anniversary of the Power Rangers. Now you might remember that a version of the Megazord just came out a few years back, so this Legacy one here is pretty much the exact same thing, but it's much nicer this time around, specifically because it's got some metallic parts and die-cast metal pieces. So let's go ahead and run through each of the little Zords individually first, then I'll show you how to transform all of them. So we'll go ahead and start with the simplest one of the group, which is the Pterodactyl. Now, especially in toy form, I have always found the Pterodactyl to be a little goofy looking because it's basically just Megazord's chest. It does have little wings that kind of fold out on the side. It's got the little pterodactyl beak right there on the top, which can't be articulated. You can see it's got a nice fluid motion there. And then the legs are just done by the little detachable cannons at the bottom. There's no die-cast metal parts on this particular one, but it does have a nice shiny little windshield on the front, which is going to be for the Megazord when it's formed together. And it does have some nice little metallic stickers that you attach as well. Alright, so we'll move right along to taking a look at the Triceratops. Now this is another pretty simplistic one. There's really not too much involved with this one because there's no individual legs or anything like that. It does just have the little treads on the bottom. It does not have real wheels. It's just plastic treads. And most of the Triceratops itself is plastic, but it does have a nice kind of shiny blue coloring there with the plastic. It's got little kind of shiny silver horns on the front, but the nicest part about it, of course, is the tail. The tail is done in die-cast metal, so it's very shiny and it's got a lot of weight to it, which really adds a lot of weight to the Triceratops itself. Moving right along, we will take a look at the Yellow Ranger Saber-toothed Tiger. This one's a little bit of a step up from the Triceratops because this one does have the nice legs on there. They're not too terribly articulated. The feet are not articulated, so once you open them up, there's really only one way you can position them to get the Saber-toothed Tiger to stand. But it does feature some really nice little shiny stickers on there, lots of them on the head, the sides of it, and everything like that, so it does look really nice. And just like the Triceratops, it features a die-cast metal tail, so again, it adds a lot of weight to this little figure. Alright, moving right along to one of my favorite pieces, which is the Mastodon. This one is very nicely done. So it's got a nice black look with a lot of shiny kind of gold and red stickers all around it. You can see how shiny it is on the ears of the Mastodon head, the eyes, the front, the big kind of M look on the sides of the Mastodon. Very nicely decoed. And the metal pieces kind of on the inside here are all die-cast metal, which are going to be what forms Megazord's arms. So it's very chunky and it's really heavy. It's got a really nice solid weight to it and a really solid feel. So it's a very cool looking Zord. And then we come to the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the coolest looking, in my opinion, of the 5 Dinozords. This one is very, very cool. The legs are what's made of die-cast metal on this one, just the upper legs. But that really adds a nice shine to it, and it's, again, very heavy, so it adds a lot of weight to the overall Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's got little movable arms there that just move up and down, and then, of course, the mouth does open and close, which reveals the nice little blaster sticker on the inside there. The eyes are sculpted, not stickers, and that's just really nice. It's got a really nice kind of metallic blue deco on there. And then we do just have some really nice shiny stickers to really bring out the overall look of the Tyrannosaurus. So together, all 5 of these Zords, some of them are more simplistic than others, but they do look very nice. They definitely get the job done, and it's really great kind of posing all 5 of them together to see all of the 5 Dinozords. But most likely if you're buying this, you want to build the full Megazord, right? Well, we're going to do that, but first, we're going to put these guys together to show you a TAC Tank mode. So let me show you how that works. It's actually a really good first step to building the Megazord. So here we go. First things first, we want to attach the pieces, the saber-tooth tiger and the Triceratops, to the legs of the Tyrannosaurus. So you can see the feet just kind of fold in just like that. It's very simple. We'll take our saber-tooth tiger, we will fold the bottom legs in, we will fold the tail up, and for this mode, we don't actually have to fold the heads up on there because we're going to leave them flat. So the only thing we got to do with Triceratops is fold his tail in. And then there's just a little hole that plugs into the pegs that are at the bottom of the Tyrannosaurus's feet there, or his legs, and it snaps in nice and solid, just like so. Now with this particular, we're going to actually stand them kind of upright like this. The tail on the Tyrannosaurus can fold upwards, like so, and then we fold the arms upwards on the Tyrannosaurus, and then we're going to leave the mouth open, the head just like it is. So then we're going to take Mastodon. You pull the front head off. You can see there's just 2 little clips there that hold it in place. We are now going to fold these outwards because this right here is what's going to clip onto the Tyrannosaurus's back. So that clips in place just like so, and now we can fold that tail up right there on the back. And then we fold these arms around, which lock into place just like that. You can then raise the shoulder pieces up. Now, before we turn into Megazord, this is for the TAC Tank, so all we got to do here is we will just fold these pieces forward just like this. Actually, we do want to do this too. You have to swap the arms out because it changes the hands on there. So we swap those around to the opposite side, just like that. All right, the front piece of the Mastodon will clip on the front right here. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to fold out the little handle piece first, and you clip it right here underneath the front of the Tyrannosaurus. And then finally, we will take our pterodactyl. You can take the little gun pieces off for the feet, and they plug into the front of the hands here, which is still the Mastodon feet. And then the pterodactyl itself, it's got these little clip pieces right here that just attach to the Mastodon feet sticking off the back. And this is the TAC Tank mode. Now, I've always kind of thought this was a little funny looking. But this is how it looks. This is the TAC Tank, and it's pretty easy to form together, and it's really cool how it works. And again, it's pretty nice and solid. You can see it holds together really well. Got a lot of weight to it because of all the cool die-cast parts, and it does make for a really neat display piece if you're a big fan of the TAC Tank, and this is a way that you want to display it. So now that we've got that out of the way, why don't we turn this guy into the full Megazord so we can see what that looks like. So we're going to go ahead and detach the pterodactyl there. And this is what we're going to do now. We're going to fold in the Tyrannosaurus's feet all the way, and we're going to fold these legs down because these are now going to become the legs of the Megazord. And in order to do that, we're just going to fold the head up on the saber-toothed tiger and the Triceratops, and they kind of click into place there. And now we've got them as feet, just like so. we will detach the head of the Mastodon from the front here. And then we're going to move these arms down just like this. I want to switch these back around because this time around we want to make sure that we don't have the hollow parts of the arms on there. We got the solid parts. So you can swap those around. We're going to take the little guns off the front of the feet, and now you just rotate the Mastodon feet upwards, and those become the hands of the Megazord. And then we come to the final steps here. Now we open up the chest on the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And then we fold the T-Rex's head down into the body, just like so. And we close the chest just like that. Pterodactyl comes in, we fold in the head, we fold in the wings, we clip it right on the chest, just like so. You can hear how it clicks in place. And then we move the front pieces of the helmet forward, and bam, we have the Megazord. Very, very cool looking. But of course, to complete that, you can also take the Mastodon head there, and that can become the shield. It's just got the little plug right there. You can plug right into the hand. So we've got his shield. And then, of course, where would he be without the sword? To finish the job, he needs the sword to do that. It's done in this really nice kind of metallic silver plastic. It's nice and chromed out there. We can stick that in the hand. He gets a nice firm grip on it. And there we go, my friends. We have our fully formed Megazord. Now, there's not a lot of articulation with this guy. Basically, the arms are going to move up and down, but they are the nice ratchet joints. So they clip firmly in place, which means you won't have any problems having them hold the sword up or anything like that. The head pretty much stays exactly where it is. It doesn't move. The legs can move forwards and backwards, and the knees can almost bend only outwards because that's the way it's for the transformation. So you're really not going to get a lot of posing or anything out of this. He's mostly just going to stand there, but he looks very cool. You can see how all of those Zords come together to form a really great looking Megazord. He's got a great deco, lots of shiny parts, and again, those die-cast parts make this guy really stand out. He's got those great shiny metallic bits on there, especially the way the tails are folded in on the Triceratops, the saber-toothed tiger, the thighs. Very, very cool looking. So, I talked about how this guy was basically a newer version of the Megazord we saw from a couple years ago. So, it's comparison time. Let's go ahead and pull up that Megazord from a few years ago, and this is what we've got here. As you can see, standing side by side, they look pretty much just like one another. The biggest differences, of course, between the two are the more metallic parts, the much shinier, much nicer looking on the Legacy one, and I wish you could really get an idea of this just by seeing it on camera, but holding them, there is a huge difference in their weight. This guy is very lightweight, feels like hollow plastic, while this guy is very heavy, has a lot of weight to him because of those die-cast metal parts. So he is definitely going to be the cooler of the two, in my opinion, especially for collectors out there. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the brand new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Legacy Megazord from Bandai. Now, this guy is a little pricey because of all the die-cast metal parts. He retails for about $70, and you can find him at Toys R Us stores, but he is a little hard to find. So, happy hunting, and until next time.